Good morning. It's Monday morning over here. When I'm filming this is going to be uploaded a few days after. But this is the book I picked up a few weeks ago. I found it secondhand in BOOKOFF in my area in Yokohama. I hadn't heard of this guy. Seems to have been a French guy, I guess. His name is, I'm going to botch this, Florent Chavouet. If there are any French speakers out there and you want to correct my pronunciation, please feel free. Looks like it was signed, actually. Okay, didn't know that. So for Masaki-san. Gonna flip through this book today. It is Monday morning. I have my coffee on the right, so I apologize if I make a bit of noise drinking. I haven't had a chance to really look at this book in depth, so I thought today would be a great chance to flip through it. This one says karate. I think that's Kyushitsu. Basically means karate study place, a karate dojo, I guess you would say. I do tend to buy a lot of these types of sketching books and urban sketching books. I do love how people draw. I think I've most probably drawn hundreds of bottles. Maybe none as nice as that one. This is like an energy drink. Well, not really an energy drink, but it's kind of like salty. I guess it replenishes your liquids. I do live in Yokohama. This is Tokyo. Yokohama's kind of that way. Yeah, this is Koban, which is basically where the police officers patrol the block, basically. Police officers here are kind of nice. And you can actually go into this place and ask for directions. That's actually one of their jobs. Okay, this is Machiya. I don't know much about Machiya. There are many areas in Tokyo where I still haven't been to. Ikebukuro, another police box. I do like in Japan, underneath train tracks, they do utilize a lot of the spaces. Especially as you get into Tokyo, there's a real lack of space. This is a place called Gusto, which is kind of a family restaurant over here. My food's decent. If you have young kids, it's not a bad place to feed them. You see less people smoking cigarettes over here now. A lot of people smoking those e-cigarettes. I think the tobacco industry always has a way of making money. Okay, I've never seen a police officer pump somebody's bike, but I guess he drew this based on reality. Takada no Baba. That's a nice tree. He had a lot of patience to draw the leaves. Kind of reminds me of the there's that lady. Is her name Emil Ferris? My Favorite Monsters. Is that what the book's called? I'll link it up after, but it kind of reminds me of the similar type of drawing. I'll link it up in the comments. I really enjoy walking over here, and I always look up, and in this case, if you look up, you can see plenty of additions to this building and the kind of pipes and the chimney or whatever that is. I mean, you can always look up in this country and find some really interesting buildings. Apples here are very good. Although I recently found that I have an allergy to apples, so I have to stop eating them. This says here Ikari Ringo, which is just the brand of the apple. Ringo is apple, and he drew a picture of Ringo Starr. This is Kita Shinjuku. Shinjuku is one of the biggest cities in Tokyo, and it's huge. If you ever need to meet somebody in Shinjuku Station, good luck. There are so many meeting spots and there's just so many people. I tend to get lost in Shinjuku Station. This is kind of very typical around the bigger cities where you have like buildings wedged. I mean, buildings wedged or houses wedged next to each other. This is not a rare sight. I mean, it's a bit distorted, obviously, but it gives you a good understanding of how compact and how little space there is in many parts of Tokyo. This one says "shashin mitai," which means I think somebody's taking a photo. This seems to be a school child. One thing over here is that unfortunately some tourists like to take photos of school kids because they have these kind of cute yellow hats and they look kind of funny. But I remember once I was taking some family friends out to Kamakura, and they wanted to take a photo of these kids, and one of the kids came barging at them and started shouting, saying, "Don't take photos," but in Japanese, obviously. So if you come over here, don't take photos of kids. There's a real strict kind of, I mean, privacy is a big thing over here. So you definitely don't want to take photos of kids. Okubo, another area of Tokyo. This seems to be we call waribashi, which is when you get a bento box over here, you can get some chopsticks to take away, obviously. Yeah, mosquito coils during summer, the dreaded mosquitoes over here. Ueno is kind of popular. If you come to Tokyo, you can go to Ueno Park. Next to Ueno, there's lots of museums and art galleries. If you want to see art, you can most probably head to Ueno. They have some big global exhibitions. Ocha no mizu. Ocha no mizu. Ocha means tea and mizu means water. So I guess you would say ocha no mizu means tea water. Water for the tea, I guess. I mean, this guy's very good at drawing. Ichigaya. There's another guy who's done a good job at capturing houses. Maybe I'll shoot a video of his next. His name has escaped me, but let me do his next. These phones are still around. These coin phones. I don't know if they still have them in your country, but they definitely have coin phones around here still. I mean, there's less, but they're still around. Yeah, you may see these guys if you come to Japan. This is like, I guess you would say I don't know if it's the far right, but most probably is the Nationalist Party, I guess. Maybe not the Nationalist Party, but they get up on their cars and they have this loudspeaker and they're really irritating in terms of how loud they speak. Lots of record stores over here. Velvet Underground are definitely one of my favorite bands. Shinjuku East. Ooh, the binding on this book seems to be a little bit pearlious. Hopefully it doesn't fall apart on me. Megane super glasses. Yeah, he's done a good job of capturing the ocean here. La mer, which I guess means the ocean. Yoyogi Harajuku. If you come to Harajuku, you're going to see a lot of fashion, lots of trendy styles. I don't know what year he captured this in, but it looks to be like maybe the fashion of 10 years ago or something, or a bit longer. This seems to be a story of somebody who's being interrogated by police. Yep, lots of people dancing over here and filming themselves now. I'm sure that's the same in your country. Omotesando Aoyama. This is a good place for shopping. It's not a far walk from Harajuku. It's pretty high-end fashion. Dior, as you can see. I'm guessing this guy takes photos and goes back home and draws them. I mean, I think it'd be pretty hard to capture some of these things just by sitting down and drawing, I guess. I mean, there's too much detail. I could be wrong. Godzilla. Shibuya, definitely a cool area. It's an area that I really enjoyed much more when I was younger. As I get older now, I travel to Shibuya less. Okay, here's around to 2006. So I guess some of these drawings date back over 20 years. This looks to be the view from a cafe, Cafe Denmark. Johnny Depp. I mean, Johnny Depp was pretty popular over here at one stage, especially when he was doing Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Daikanyama. I've mentioned it before in some of the comments. If you are over here and you like books, I think you may like books if you're watching this video, go to Tsutaya or Tea Site in Daikanyama. It's a great, huge bookshop. They have lots of art and photography books. They have books about cooking. They have books about like travel. Lots of magazines. Lots of independent magazines as well. Definitely, if you like books, make a trek out there. You can also eat over there. They have a huge Starbucks which serves good coffee or decent coffee and good food. And they have other restaurants. It's called Tea Site in Daikanyama. Okay, we're getting towards the end of this book here. It seems like Florent came over here on a working holiday visa. I originally came here on a working holiday visa back in 1999 for 1 year. And definitely here he is taking perukura, so photos, or sticker photos, I guess you would say. Anyway, I really liked his work. The binding of this book's a bit odd, but anyway, hopefully you enjoyed it.